Hey Dragonfly Swarm, Hu Tao is a 5-star Pyro polearm user that many players have deemed one of the strongest DPS characters in the game for her risky yet very rewarding playstyle, and she's actually getting a rerun rate up banner in less than 2 weeks to close out the second half of Genshin Impact 2.2. Now, it's been quite a while since her first banner, and a lot has changed and been added to the game since then, some of which additions have made Hu Tao considerably stronger and more free-to-play accessible than she's ever been. To start this all off, I want to talk about Thoma, a brand new 4-star coming out alongside Hu Tao. Thoma is a Pyro utility unit with extremely strong and consistent shielding capabilities, which will begin to allow many players to utilize Hu Tao's strongest team, the Vaporized team, without needing Zhongli. And because Thoma is a Pyro unit, you're also getting an energy battery for Hu Tao as well as a 25% attack buff from Pyro Resonance. And before the comments roll in, Thoma has been tested during his free trial, and it seems his ICD won't let him interfere with Hu Tao's Vaporized reactions, making him a perfect pair with her. And as a 4-star unit, players will have much higher chances of pulling Thoma than they would a 5-star. And after Hu Tao's banner passes, you'll be able to pull Thoma on any available banner, making him much more accessible to Hu Tao players wanting to run her Vaporized comp. The next thing I want to talk about with Hu Tao is the Shimenawa's Reminiscence artifact set. Shimenawa's came out alongside Inazuma in patch 2.0, and players quickly noticed its immense power as a DPS set. And in fact, there's a lot of weird information surrounding the set when used on characters such as Yoimiya and Hu Tao, because the set itself makes it a bit more challenging to play the character, but characters become noticeably stronger if you do play them right. This is because the set makes you consume 15 energy when you use your elemental skill, buffing your normal attack damage by 50% for 10 seconds. This will make it more difficult to manage Hu Tao's burst, which does happen to be her only form of self-healing and massive AoE damage, but the cost comes with a huge damage increase that actually outperforms Crimson Witch in many cases. And as an added bonus, the better you are at animation canceling her charge attacks, the higher your damage output will be compared to using the Crimson Witch set. So essentially, with the Shimenawa set, you're making her playstyle a bit more risky and challenging, but you're getting a massive damage increase out of it that beats the Crimson Witch set if pulled off correctly. The good news about the energy management problem created by the Shimenawa set, however, is that Thoma now exists, and it's safe to assume he'll be spitting out a lot of Pyro energy as a battery given the way his burst works. So pairing a Shimenawa's Hu Tao with Thoma should really alleviate the energy issue, allowing you to run her almost exactly the same as you would with Crimson Witch, just with higher overall damage. Slightly off topic, but it's worth mentioning also that if you do end up if you do end up farming for the Shimenawa set, you're also inadvertently farming for the Emblem of Severed Fate set, which is an amazing set that works on so many characters, one of which being Xingqiu, Hu Tao's iconic partner in high DPS crime. Xingqiu works really well with Emblem because it allows him to constantly have his burst up, and with the Sacrificial Sword, his best in slot, it'll massively increase his burst damage output, allowing your Hu Tao team's total damage output to be whack as shit. So basically, farming for Shimenawas is a great and efficient use of your resin, especially if you're doing it for a Hu Tao team, because many of her potential supports run extremely well with the Emblem set. Overall, Hu Tao is in a really good spot in 2.2, and that's saying a lot because she was already considered one of the best DPS in the game before Inazuma. Now though, you have so many new options for team comps and artifact sets that are not only much more powerful than her previous bests in many situations, but they're also way easier to obtain without burning through wishes, primogems, and resin. So if you're on the fence for Hu Tao because of farming and investment reasons, I'd say she's currently one of the best units you could pull for in Genshin Impact. But that's not me forcing you to pull for her. Some people in the comments think I'm like trying to force people to pull or something, and I'm like, no. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and you want more content like it, please subscribe. I'd love to see you again, or you could also join my Discord server or follow me on Twitch, because I stream almost every night at 7 PM EST. All those links are down below, and I'm gonna go last minute farm for Hu Tao so I can triple crown her. Goodbye.